are taxes on sale right now? What does that even mean? Anytime there's something on sale, you're naturally going to do more of it or buy more of it. What does that have to do with Roth accounts? That's what we're going to talk about next. Hey, this is Mel Stubbs. I'm a financial planner at Christy Capital Management, where we're helping federal employees plan for a better retirement. If you need individualized help, go to christycapital.com and click Talk to an Advisor. So what's the big deal whether you save your money in traditional or Roth? Does it really matter in the end? Well, it comes down to the tax rate that you have to pay. We've been programmed for generations to defer, to put it off till later. The original thinking behind this was that when you retire, my tax rates and my tax bracket, they're going to be lower. But is that true? Is that always the case? If we look at historical tax rates, how do our current tax rates stack up? Sorry to interrupt, but if you're watching this video, you're probably thinking about your federal retirement, and there are some important decisions that have to be made at retirement, and messing those up can be catastrophic to a successful retirement. And that's why we wrote the book, Your First Federal Retirement, the 10 decisions that could make or break your retirement. All of these decisions have a lasting impact. Make sure you're thinking through each of these and you're picking the right strategy for you. Get your copy today. So to give a quick explanation of how Roth accounts work, you earn money like a paycheck, and let's say you contribute it to Roth TSP. You could also contribute it to Roth IRA. But instead of getting the tax deduction today and putting it in your traditional account, where you're going to pay the taxes later, instead you go ahead, you get the money, you pay the tax today, you put it in the Roth account, and then all future gains will be tax-free, provided that you're 59 and a half when you take the money out and you've had your Roth IRA account for 5 years. So is now a good time to go ahead and pay the tax? Well, historically, right now we are in low tax rates. From 1951 to 1963, the top tax bracket was 90%, which if we could just pause right here, that sounds crazy. In 1964, it dropped to 77%. Right now, the top marginal tax bracket is 37%. Tax rates got lowered in 2017 with the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, and they're supposed to expire in 2025. Now, there's an expectation that those tax cuts are going to get extended, but we don't know. So historically speaking, tax rates are low right now. Some would say they're on sale right now. So will you drop to lower tax rates when you retire? Well, if you factor in your pension, your Social Security, you take a distribution from your traditional accounts to fund your lifestyle, a lot of times you're not dropping that much. Many people seem to be in the 22% bracket or the 24% tax bracket while working. When you factor in your pension and Social Security and a spousal Social Security, and you take some distributions from your traditional TSP or IRA, if you're married filing jointly, your income's above $97,000, you're in the 22% bracket. As your money grows, you'll have to start taking out required minimum distributions. We see lots of cases where that causes people to get bumped up into the 24% bracket. I would argue that for federal retirees with a healthy pension, Social Security, a good-sized TSP, you're not going to be dropping down to the 10% tax bracket. Meaning your income's not going to be less than $24,000. So given these factors of historical low rates and the fact that your income is probably going to be higher than you realize tax-wise, it means that you could do some tax planning. You can do some Roth conversion. You can do some Roth contributions because taxes are on sale. When a 90% tax rate at one time is now 37%, it's on sale. I've heard the expression that the federal government spends money like a drunken sailor. At some point, mathematically, taxes may have to go up. David Walker was the Comptroller General back in 2008, and he's been saying for years and years that the problem the government has is a math problem. The amount of money that the government spends versus the amount of money they take in, it doesn't add, it's a math problem. So I don't know how long these tax rates are going to remain on sale, but this gives you a window of time where you can do some planning. Now, inside of the TSP, there are some limitations. In 2025, you cannot do Roth conversions inside the TSP. In 2026, you're supposed to be allowed to do it. However, you're not going to be able to pay the taxes or withhold the taxes from the transaction. So that may limit some people. In an IRA, you can do these things. In an IRA, you can withhold taxes from your IRA when you do a Roth conversion. For many of the people we're working with, figuring out whether it's worth it to do tax planning, figuring out how to do the tax planning, it's just out of their purview. It's not something they're thinking about. And it allows us to step in and educate them on the problem that they're going to have in retirement. For most of the clients we're working with, their problem is not running out of money. Their problem is going to be potentially overpaying in taxes. Many of the people we talk to don't realize that this is the problem they're going to have. And so we're able to help educate them, show them the way, to show them how to fix the problem, to properly diagnose the problem, and then prescribe the solution. If you think you may have tax issues in your future and you want to work with somebody that understands your federal benefits, but also has a keen eye on figuring out when is the right time and what's the right tax rate to pay off the government so that you can have more of a tax-free retirement, then go to ChristyCapital.com, click Talk to an Advisor. We'd love to help you. Sign up for one of our webinars. We'd love to have more time to explain what's going on. If you want to talk to somebody specifically about your situation, go to ChristyCapital.com, click Talk to an Advisor. If you want to check out another video, check this one out. When can you access your Roth with no penalty? That's an important thing to know. We have a new book, Your First Retirement, the 10 Decisions That Can Make or Break Your Retirement. Check that out. My name is Mel Stubbs. See you on the next video.